Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, where every week we're showcasing ordinary tankers doing extraordinary things on our Twitch stream. Now, what follows is a cut of one of those live reviews where we've had the responsible party on station to talk through what was going through their mind and down their barrel in the course of their game. Now, if that's your jam and you'd like to submit a replay for consideration, then please drop it on the submission platform via the Discord server link in the description below. In the meantime, happy tanking, and please enjoy this video. This is the VK101P.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tank, isn't it?
It's probably that last taste you get of German armour before you have to be really super careful about how you angle it, avoiding getting shot in the face.
Yeah, that can still happen when you get bumped up to 9s as well. So when you're getting 8s, it's great. When you get 9s, it can be dicey.
Yeah, as soon as you're seeing 9s and you're seeing the likes of T-54 and that Russian heat pen, that can really start to wreck your day. Unfortunately, not your problem here today. You're all 8s and you're on Glacier.
Yeah, but still not my favourite map either.
No, and this is old Glacier as well, with this near suicidal cross. That it's like the bitter pill that the doctor prescribes, and you know it has side effects, but you know it's the only way you're going to cure whatever ails you.
Yeah, so I don't take the pill though. So I decide here that staying alive is somehow important.
All right, so you've got the big 128mm gun. Last time we featured this tank on the channel, they were just running the 105, and they quite liked the handling and the accuracy available. Whereas you've gone for more of the derp.
Yeah, that replay was really impressive as well. It was like 8k damage or something stupid. That was, and I don't like this gun, but I run it anyway.
It gets a bit like that.
Because aiming, is it overrated or not? That was my question during this battle.
Yes. You wouldn't want to be playing from the back line too much boxed into the 128mm gun, but I can certainly appreciate your reservations at this point in time for wanting to run up that 1-2 line. And you see things like Carnarvon cresting that ridge.
Yeah, there's the prog there as well. All these guys in the middle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am kind of doing something here, so I don't feel completely useless, even though I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, it's certainly a very frustrating position to be in a Carnarvon where you're tracked and your upper frontal plate is still poking up. There's lots of ammunition being stored behind that upper frontal plate, and you've managed to get your first kill of the game there.
Huzzah!
Okay, the friendly HWK-30 has decided to try and knock out the enemy T-92, but it's brought a few friends with it. There's the Progetto 46 and the Barask have decided to go headlong up the top of the aircraft carrier there. But 3v1 are turning out exactly as you'd expect. Saying your little prayer to Rommel there to try and get that shot on 703 to 122's lower plate. It doesn't quite come off for us.
Yeah, I think I just get bored and push the 2k now. So
yeah, as you do.
Yeah,
as you do.
And yeah, you can see all the guys running up the ramp there. There was another reason I just didn't want to push the A line.
Fair enough. It's fantastic that that exposed cross has been dealt with in the map rework, because I bloody hated that. Because all it took is a fast mover, gets into around this position around E4, G5, and kiss goodbye to half your hit points before you're even in a remote position to try to play to your role.
Yeah, incredibly powerful with a light tank as well. If it doesn't get challenged, you just sit in the middle and do whatever you feel like.
Yeah, I guess looking at map role and position, it'd be awesome if the role and position was reversed between you and the SU-130PM right about now, because, well, you'd be up there, you'd be past the really dangerous part of the cross, you'd be in a position you could play off the corner and use your armour, while SU-130PM might be in a position to take its time with its shots, but tables are a little bit reversed at the moment.
Yeah, and well, I don't even like that position for this tank as well, just because the DPM's so low.
Yes.
So, like, making your shots hit is so important. If you're sitting on a corner like that with 3v1 and you fluff your shot, they just like, how's it going? They all come around and slap you in the side.
Pretty much, they know they've got 12 seconds to not take any further damage from you. I guess the real strength of something like VK101P, and you see this with so many other German super heavies, in that instance it's more about just being able to sit there, weather the storm, prevent them from coming further, and even if they do poke, knowing you've got a fairly stable gun line behind you to punish them for their boldness.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've taken the coward's choice, so...
I'd probably...
It's just too late now. It's too late, you know. Like, what do? Run down there and then?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say
know.
it was too late 20 seconds into the game, because like you saw how many enemy vehicles had already crested that ridge. So, I mean, quite often you can go into it and you can do the mathematics and say, okay, well, awesome. I'm gonna lose 1,000 hit points before I even start playing.
Yeah, never fun.
Yeah. All right. So,
No.
Dep Gun
Finally.
letting us down again, but. Okay, so everyone's had a bit of a change of heart here. Oh, that would have been awesome if it had connected, but it's only so much you can ask of the 128mm gun from this range.
Yeah, not the tank strong point. It's not usually like, you know, it's not how I like to play this tank either.
Yeah. All right, so 703-2, 122 doing the Thunder Run, and it is defeating the gold. So let's just remind ourselves of the penetration here. You get 220 with the standard stuff. I'm not going to help you too much from this range. You do get 260 with the APCR, so we definitely see the appeal there. And being on an elevated position, you do get a little bit more normalization against enemy frontal plates, even massively sloping Russian ones. But I guess the danger here there is if 703-122 is bold enough to move forward and capable of spotting you or your teammates, and let's face it, the T-28 and VK101P are about as well camouflaged as the sun in summer.
And I thought the game was safe at this point as well. You can see the meds have moved through the other flank, so I'm like, okay, let's just, you know, keep sitting here and they'll win the game for me.
It's a formula that appears to be working. We've got Barask, it looks like it's going to cross into line of fire. Oh no, gun depression lets us down. But that's all right. We're able to punish them on their reload. We did lose a friendly for it, but that's Barask playing the role, I guess. In fact, that's probably more the enemy team's error than yours, because at this point in time, they've got less tanks to really donate, do they?
Yeah, I thought they all would have. Yeah, you can see the G-Saw moving around the back on the A line. I thought they all would have funneled through there.
It doesn't seem too wise for 703-122 to sort of stay there, but they have elected to push up into yourself and T-28. They have to be fully conscious that both tanks were there as well. So this is quite a bold play from them, and you're setting yourself up to punish them accordingly.
Yeah, wasn't happy with that first shot. I pushed the auto aim button and it didn't do anything. So that's really disappointing.
Yeah. It's one of those situations though. What do you do? Do you auto aim and just be confident that the shell's going to make a connection, or do you risk fluffing it manually? That's always a tough one.
Yeah.
All right, so the enemy has ended up recovering things on the cap circle. It's amazing what a G-Saw 1008 with a full magazine can achieve.
Yeah, and it's a tight end game now. So I've just sent it down the middle with the brilliant plan to catch the prog in the open.
Well, I mean, if you can't rely on armor, at least you can rely on hit points. I mean, hit points are kind of their own armor, and you've been able to preserve them through the extent of this game with by, I guess, not trading them down in at the front end of this game.
Yeah.
And can you imagine even if you had pushed that 1-2 line, you'd lost half your hit points in the cross, and then those three tanks had gone chasing the light tank up to the top of the carrier. You'd be caught in a crossfire with half your hit points, and that's not going to help anyone. So you certainly can't fault your decisions, even by all accounts to the casual observer. It looks something more like noob HT camping at the back.
Yeah. That's what it felt like as well until we get to the end game here. So, and the T28, which I wasn't paying attention, I thought he might sit back.
Yeah, he's sort of decided, well, if that guy's got balls the size of coconuts, I'm going to grow balls the size of coconuts. But unfortunately, it's only coconut milk going on over there.
Yeah, and they single him out, so now I'm like, okay.
That was nice. That was nice. Threading the eye of the needle, it gives you a modicum of confidence that, okay, the gun works, does what it says on the tin.
Finally, aiming, overrated. You point and shoot, right?
Yeah.
Straight off the meat of the bat.
So we've been able to defeat the gun depression of Progetto 46 here. They've got a hell of a lot of work to do here to carve through 1,870 hit points.
Yeah, and I just kept moving as well, because I thought as long as I can keep them split, and they don't get on my flank, it's easy clap.
All right, so G-Saw has entered the battle. And of course they're kicking off with their APCR. They get the better part of... Oh, is that flipped? It's flipped!
Yeah, he went for the commando roll.
Flip it a pizza! Of course you don't flip pizzas, you flip pancakes. So flipped pizza's bad. It's like on the kitchen floor and there's shits everywhere and then it's your night ruined.
Yeah, I think if it was that shot through the gully, it must have spooked him.
Yeah.
And so he's hit the panic button after that, I think.
Yeah, he's obviously on the reload at the moment, and it's going to be the longest 45 seconds of his life. But I don't think his remaining life expectancy is going to be anywhere near 45 seconds at this stage. He's not that much faster than you, and there's just not enough intervening hard terrain. Right, 114 hit points left. There is no way out of here. Okay, maybe there is if you can get over the end of that ridge.
Yeah, well, now I'm just, doing the slow Benny Hill routine.
Something like that.
He actually disappears here, which had me a bit surprised.
It's like Benny Hill with bass.
Yeah.
So, okay, they've ducked under. They've ducked under, and they're probably reloaded now. But they just couldn't get their gun down and onto you. And that is the final shutdown for 5 kills. I'll be happy with that. I mean, granted, you still have had a lot of hit points left, but I mean, they had all the vision. So really tough set of adversaries there. So let's check out the results.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun end game with everyone just hamming it in the middle there. So many other things could have happened.
Oh, definitely.
That's the way the cookie crumbled.
But you come away with a level 1 mastery badge, so top 5% of tankers in VK 100-01P that week. 5 kills, over 3,000 hit points inflicted. Robbed of a Top Gun medal here, but that's all right. I mean, I think we executed that beautifully. You've come in 30% higher than your teammates there. But shout out to Skoda T56, T44, 100 LT 432, and T28 also having quite a good game there. It's 2,500 blocked in addition to the damage inflicted. So,
it's a huge game. Yeah.
I think everyone can be pretty happy with that. But shout out to the Progetto on the enemy team. 3,200 hit points inflicted, and G-Saw also having a 3,000 point game. Yeah, that could have been anyone's game there. But an expensive one for yourself there.
Yeah, too much 2-key.
Too much.
I got frustrated.
Okay, so I'm a little bit the opposite. Like, if I'm not landing shots in the first place with standard AP, I know I'm not going to get any more accurate by dabbing the 2-key. I just end up missing expensively instead of missing, but that's all right. I mean, you've paved the way to victory for that. So well-deserved win and excellent finish there. So thank you very much for sharing that one with us, Az.
Oh, thanks for having me.